living room in the Riverside Retreat is a sunken bonus room, which was originally a carport. We decided to make this space a lounge/entertainment room, and the first project to tackle was building a big reading nook on the back wall. There weren't any standard-sized cabinets or bench seating that would fit our space perfectly, so we had to go custom and build it from scratch. After measuring the area we had to work with, we put together plans for the frame. The overall size was around 12 feet by 4 feet, and we wanted to add 3 large drawers for storage. To keep costs down, the entire frame was built out of 2x4s, and we ended up using around 14 8-foot boards in total. Now there's lots of different ways to build a frame. You just have to make sure it's secure and sturdy enough to hold a lot of weight. We fit the 2x4s together like pieces of a puzzle, measuring carefully and attaching them with 3-inch construction screws. One key tool for this process is a square, which you'll need to draw and check your 90-degree angles. When building drawers especially, it's absolutely critical that your frame and drawers have 90-degree corners. And the order of assembly doesn't matter. We just made sure to first attach our vertical pieces from the bottom. Then we flipped the entire frame over to attach our cross pieces. We had to add extra vertical pieces for the drawer slides to mount to. Once the frame base was built, we secured all corners, then attached it to the wall with heavy-duty concrete anchors. Next came the top 2x4s, which were just a mirror of the bottom. The face frame was built using poplar board, which has a nice smooth finish for paint and stain. After sanding the edges, we attached the boards with wood glue and finish nails. We used 1x3s for the horizontal pieces and 1x4s for the verticals. A piece of smooth 3/4 inch plywood was also cut down to fill in the face frame behind the stairs. With the frame complete, it was time to attach the drawer slides. I went with 22-inch full extension ball bearing slides, and installation was pretty straightforward. You just have to make sure they're perfectly level and all the same height. Now with the frame done, let's move on to the drawers. For these, we used 1/2-inch smooth plywood and our new DeWalt table saw so we could easily make large straight cuts. To attach the pieces, we made pocket holes with our Kreg jig and a pocket hole clamp to hold the pieces at a 90-degree angle. The bottom was attached with wood glue and finish nails. For the drawer fronts, we used 3/4 inch smooth plywood attached with wood glue and screws. Getting the drawers to slide properly is the trickiest part of this whole project. But with careful measuring and using our square, ours didn't turn out half bad. Okay, now let's talk about this wall situation. The only natural light in this room was from these cement block holes with a layer of plastic. We needed a lot more light and energy efficiency, so I found these nice black gelled wood windows in stock at Lowe's and had them delivered in a few days. After cutting a rough opening for 2 windows, we covered the interior wall with insulation and added furring strips. I decided to dress up the boring plaster wall with shiplap and found these 7-inch wide boards from Lowe's in a 12-foot length to avoid seams. Installing the shiplap was one of the easiest parts of this project. They locked together nicely and secure with finish nails. The edges were finished with quarter round, and after the window was installed the next day, we attached the sides and front of our window trim. Then it was just a matter of patching and painting. Before painting the drawers, I decided to dress them up with molding, which we ripped down from scrap pieces with our table saw. The corners were mitered and the pieces attached with wood glue and finish nails. A bit of spackle, sanding, paint, and hardware made all the difference. For the top of the bench, we used 2 3/4 inch pieces of plywood cut to fit. And finally, our frame was painted in the same Sherwin-Williams pure white. We had a custom 5-inch cushion made and added a couple candelabra sconces for reading lights. Just by changing this wall, this room and the whole feel of the house has been changed. There's so much natural light, and the cozy, inviting nook draws you in. I've got tons of storage for pillows and blankets, and we have another place for guests to sleep. We've just scratched the surface in this room, and we've got a long ways to go, but I think we're off to a great start.